do most guys lose every woman that they're actually trying to date? And most guys, and we're going to talk about that right now, is most guys don't see that what they're doing is part of the problem, is that the reason why they're losing is because we're trying to win. And I want to talk to y'all about that, because most guys nowadays don't see or understand the game enough to realize that the more that we make it about ourselves versus the woman, the more we actually win. But we always seem like we put them as a prize or something. We always try to make it about them and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? And they don't lose. They lose, man. What's going on, Chief? How you doing, brother? Yeah, so that's what we're gonna be talking about today. And we're gonna kind of break it down, because, you know, a lot of guys out here, they want to win, but they don't understand that every time that you place the value and the worth on the woman, that you just actually, it's like kind of like you just put yourself like in a losing position. Not to win, but it's like you're the winner. You're the prize. And I don't think many people can actually realize or say to themselves that, you know what, I'm the prize. And as someone as the prize, we gotta think, move, and behave like we're the prize. But I think one of the biggest problems that so many guys are having today is that when you place value into the woman, the reason why y'all lose is because you're coming off of the reality that I have to prove that I'm a winner to her, versus saying, you know what, I am the winner. And because I'm the winner, she's got to follow my program. If I'm the winner, she needs to follow what I need to say and what I need to do. And I think so many young men today have issues and they have problems because they never ever looked at themselves the way I'm trying to get you guys to see yourself. Trying to actually just change your interpretation, change your reality, change the way you see the world, change the way you see everything. Because, gentlemen, when you can change the way you see everything, then everything begins to happen at that point. But it's not going to really happen for you until you change your reality of thinking. See, when you think more like the winner that I know you are, you actually change the game up. And the reason why you change the game up is because she's not used to interacting with somebody that, you know what, says that, look, it's about me. I'm the prize. What are you bringing to me that will show me you're worth my time? Because a lot of guys, because they're looking at her body, they're looking at her breasts, the curves and everything, they always have this false interpretation of what she is versus making her prove her value and worth. And the reason why you'll never win her and you'll continue to lose is because you kind of like put yourself in a losing position. As a man, we don't put ourselves in losing positions as men. No. We can't put ourselves in a losing position. And the reason why we can't put ourselves in a losing position is because the game will always be about who we are and what we do. And until we can open our eyes up a little bit and see that, we're never going to have the strength to walk up to the woman and let her know who we are, what we are, or why we are. A lot of guys, think that women are special for some reason, that there's something that they have to do, something they have to say. There's a certain kind of thought process that goes into it. You're never going to win the woman you want when you think that she's the ultimate prize. You can't think that way. You can't move that way. And I think one of the problems, so many guys are just moving that way. They are looking at the woman as the prize. They're looking at her as a thing that they must obtain. And you don't have to obtain her. Matter of fact, if you think about what you're doing way too much work. Way too much work. There is no way when I see a woman, I'm going to sit there and say, wow, she's attractive. She's beautiful. She's exciting. I'm not saying that. Because the moment I turn around and I say something like that, what do I say about myself? You know what I mean? There we go. But ask your question. What is it that we're saying to ourselves when we see a woman that we find interesting? Matter of fact, a woman that we feel is, sweaty out here, is to feel like she's better than us. We can't move that way, and we can't look at the world and say that, okay, there she is. She completes me. She validates me. And without her, I'm nothing. We can't move that way, because the moment we move that way, the moment we start thinking that way, and the moment that we see that, you know what, I have no value, I have no worth, and she completes me. When did a woman complete the man? When did a woman make me what I am? She doesn't. And I think the problem with so many guys is that they assume that women complete them, and that's not the case. A woman doesn't complete me. But when you think, the moment you meet her, that she's the prize, that's why you're gonna lose her. Because you're coming from a loser position, not saying you're a loser, it's just your mindset and your thoughts are thoughts of, I'm not good enough, I shouldn't be able to get her. You'll probably ask yourself, like, you know, what's wrong with me? Why am I not enough? What did I do wrong? And what I'm saying to you guys, to shock you, you didn't do anything wrong. The only thing that you did wrong was not believe in yourself. And the more you stop believing in yourself, the more you're not gonna win. You know, because, you know, gentlemen, at the end of the day, my mindset is that I'm the winner. And the only way we're gonna have to change our mind is look at our value and our worth as men and stop looking at women as the ultimate prize. We can't look at them that way. Because every woman that you look at, that you wanna be with, every woman that you wanna date, every woman that you wanna sleep with, in your mind you think she's the ultimate prize, but she's not. Oh my God. Man, I haven't done this much exercise except I was on my bike. Man, but anyway, I tell you guys, I had a guy, real quick, he used to believe that women were special. He sat down, he got the game, he learned the game, and he learned what he needed to be as a man. And let me tell you, the moment he learned his value and his worth, his whole life changed. He was no more this person like struggling. You know, he didn't struggle anymore. And you know what? That kind of blew him away a little bit. And the thing that blew him away was not the struggle. It was the fact that he was like, I can't believe that believing in myself got me the woman. Because I used to, he told me, I used to look at women totally different. He said it. I I used to look at women like they're the prize. I used to look at women like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And I'm saying, no, man, you can't look at women that way. When you look at women the way you do, that's part of the problem. So giving him the solution of actually loving himself and believing in himself and learning the game, it literally changed everything up. It made him see his value. It actually made him see his worth. And that was so beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh, all the ducks. Well, they're here, but man, it's nice. It's a nice day for a walk, but you buy the ducks and everything, so y'all can see them too. But you know, guys, I don't want you guys to ever feel like you're gonna lose, because you're not losers. But you're always gonna lose when you think that she's the ultimate prize and you think that I've got to be something else to get her. You can't win that way. She's not the ultimate prize. She will never be the ultimate prize. But I can tell you this much. I know who the ultimate prize is, and that's you. And it's going to be you when you start to lock in on this game and you just start to realize that at the end, I'm not there to be like anybody, run around like anybody. I'm going to actually love myself, and I'm going to see myself different. And in order to do that, we've got to change interpretations and we have to change realities. The moment that you change your interpretation and you change your reality is the moment everything changes. And again, guys, we want everything to change for you. The question is, do you want to make the change? It's up to you. But the moment you see her as better or greater than you is the moment that you have already lost her. The moment that you realize what you are as a man is the moment that you actually win. So gentlemen, I want to get your thoughts on that. Let me know what you think about that. What do you think it's going to take for you to make the right and proper moves to be that guy, to be him? I know you can be him. You just got to realize that, you know what, at the end of the day, not be him, but you know you are him.